Penonton Astro awak ni bakal berpeluang mengikuti senario dari Pusat Teknologi dan Inovasi tersohor dunia Silicon Valley. Dokumentari Live in the Valley mengikuti pengembaraan hos dan penerbit Cherish Liao dalam mengenali lembah itu dengan lebih dekat. Live in the Valley, The Digital Gold Rush bersiaran di Astro Awani mulai 28 September pukul 9.30 malam dan bersama kita di studio untuk membincangkan dorongan kecemerlangan dunia digital di Amerika, kita bersama dengan Cherish Liao. Hello Cherish.
Hi Rizal.
Thank you for joining us today. Now first of all, let's talk about your journey. You were there for 14 days, right? And
Yes.
maybe some of the highlights that you can share with us, which will also be featured in the docu that you've prepared.
So in that 14 days, I am very lucky to be able to travel to a lot of different places that we call Silicon Valley. So a lot of people will think of what is Silicon Valley, right? So it all started with in San Jose. It's a little bit southern part of Peninsula, but not too south in California. In San Jose, back then they have the Silicon Graphics. That's where they work on manufacturing all the silicon and all the hardware. And that's where it all started. And then now until today, what previously does not consider as a hotspot for startups is currently San Francisco. So what happened is there are more and more startups is now setting up their shops, like setting up their business and hiring talents, starting in San Francisco. So what is so interesting is that there is the mayor of San Francisco. His name is Ed Mayor Lee. So
His name is Ed Mayor Lee.
Yes.
He's the mayor of San Francisco.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. It's Mayor Ed Lee. Sorry.
Mayor
yes,
Ed Lee,
yes,
okay.
Mayor Ed Lee. So he has been working really hard to retain the talent and also retain some of the technology startup company in San Francisco by giving them incentives in terms of tax exemption and all that. And that is also one of the reasons why some of the startups think that, hey, it's much more interesting to start up a company in San Francisco. Because apart from all the government support, at the same time, they also have, the supportive in terms of a lifestyle side of things. It's much more dynamic and interesting to stay in San Francisco.
This gold rush, what has prompted this gold rush? Because I think it's very interesting to see, you've mentioned a very physical location, right, which is San Francisco and San Jose. But also I think it's in the mentality of the people around that area and also in America itself, that innovation is actually a way of life and they can actually make money out of innovation, right? And is the end goal to sell your products or whatever services that you have to maybe Google and Facebook? Is that what they're looking at, or is there more motivations than you just sell and make money?
So there are two layers that you mentioned earlier. So the first layer would be you talk about the state of mind, talking about the mindset, entrepreneurial mindset. So a lot of times people thought that is just American in general, they are very entrepreneurial and stuff like that. Probably why that's more and more technology and innovation comes out from there. But actually, Silicon Valley in America, well, there are also rising startup hubs in New York and Austin and all that. But Silicon Valley is still, they call it some sort of like a ecosystem or bubble, but not sure. But because there are different point of view saying that whether or not it's a bubble and whether or not it is in some sense too protective kind of system where this, if let's say the technology startup people move out of Silicon Valley, what happens to them?
Yeah, would it change them or?
It won't change them, but in Silicon Valley itself, they do have a stronger supportive environment in terms of they do embrace risk and they embrace failure. I've been there. Before this, I was like, no, this cannot be. How can you embrace failure? But there, they actually celebrate. If you fail at one startup, they say that, okay, good for you. Now it's time for you to move on to a second startup. And
seriously?
If you feel, so there's some way they call it as pivot. So when you say pivot, it's just like working from one startup idea, you tweak a little bit, and then you improve, and then you generate a new idea, then you work on your project.
Okay.
And then second layer, what you mentioned earlier, about whether or not the end game for them, their end goal is to be acquired by Google and Facebook. A lot of them actually, they want to be the next Google and Facebook. That is their goal. But along the way, if they get to, probably Google and Facebook give them a certain amount of,
investment,
investment or 1 billion USD, for example, and it's too good to resist. And at the same time, you get to merge with such a big tech company and then delve into the data because Facebook and Google, they own a lot of I mean, a lot of our data is with Facebook and Google. A lot of us are
Let's
on
face
Facebook
it,
and Google.
all of our data
So they
is
can
owned
tap
by...
into the bigger tech companies
Yeah.
like Facebook and Google, then further expand and scale their own products.
Uh-huh.
Because at Facebook and Google, a lot of times when they acquire a certain company, if they see the potential in it, they will not kill it, right? Just like how Yahoo, Marissa Mayer, she promised that she will not, meddle with Tumblr when she
Okay.
acquired it. A lot of people saying that, oh my God, it's the end of Tumblr because
Yeah.
Yahoo is already acquired Tumblr. What's happened next? But she already promised that she will not do anything like kill it or anything. She just let it grow, just like how Facebook allows Instagram to grow.
You also went to Google headquarters, right?
Yeah, I went there just for like
Okay.
a quick tour.
I'm sure you're going to feature this quite extensively in your docu, but we want to know what it's like to work at Google.
Well, during my very quick tour,
How quick was it?
very quick because okay, that's one thing about the timing because I went there at about 6-ish, so a lot of the places is already like after office hour.
Okay.
So I went to the main campus. What I can see that the most interesting thing is your childhood playground. You tend to play slide, right? So in that current building at the main campus, the only employees that works there, they get to slide down.
Oh.
Yeah, so you have the access to all those different toys.
Okay.
Like that will, one thing, inspire and trigger more creativity and innovation.
Okay.
I believe that's the part that interests me most.
Okay, thank you very
Yeah.
much, Cherish. And your docu will air 28th of September, 9:30 p.m.,
So
right?
it's once per week, 4 weeks in total.
Okay, thank you very much, Cherish, for
Thank
being
you,
with us
Rizal.
today. Itu dari Cherish Liao dan kita akan berhenti berehat seketika. Selepas ini saya Mak turun unjuran SP Setia.